So, live we are. Hi everyone. Hi Rich. Hi Ryan. So I was thinking to make if anyone wants to join, please join me. If you are inspired, here's the link. Wait 1 second. I can put the link if anyone wants to come up. Okay. So I was thinking to make a video about 15 very important albums in my life. Oh, testing 1 2 1 2. Hi John. And this video goes out to our beloved Dave, our friend. I sent him my heartfelt wishes. He's our beloved Dave. I hope that you get well very soon, my friend. So we talk about music. That's what he loves. So we share something about good music, and we send him our love. So 15 albums that changed my life and their respective best pressings. I think best pressings is something everyone has another concept of. So this is of course very, very subjective. Of course, everyone thinks this pressing and that pressing is the best, but I want to show albums that went through with me through life and which have been very, very important for me. So this is what I wanted to do, and I will start immediately. And if anyone wants to come up and say something or show some of his glorious albums that influenced, maybe not changed his life. I mean, this is really is my voice clear? Can you hear me fine? People, just a little response. Can you hear me? I think so. I hope so. Hello, Eddie. Can everyone hear me clear? Perfect. Okay, thank you, Ryan. So changing the life, of course, is a little bit too ominous. Albums have not that power. I mean, music has the power to change life, but you know what I mean. 15 albums that changed my life in a way that influenced. Influence is also a great title. 15 albums that played a huge role in my life would be also a title. Thank you, Doc. So I start 15 beautiful, beautiful albums, and no, not only metal. I don't show only metal now. Also some contemporary rock music and German music, which have been very, very important in my humble lifetime. So the first album I got my hands on, I was in 4th grade. I was 10 years old, and someone told me about this fantastic band, and I got this one on tape, um, tape on tape cassette, Kiss Alive 2. And I remember I was listening to this album for many, many days in a row. I just rewind the tape and put it back in the tape recorder. It had such a huge influence on me listening when I was 10 years old, and I listened to this incredible live album, even though maybe not all is purely live. Hi, dogs. But when I was 10 years old, I was listening to this fantastic album. When I heard the Detroit Rock City, King of the Nighttime World, Ladies Room, Making Love, Love Gone. I mean, only killer songs on this record. This is the original US first pressing. I was smitten. I knew that my life would be going in the direction of metal. So I was like flabbergasted. How cool is this album? And I always listened to that tape records. I was 10 years old. My parents had a record player and a whole system in one, all in one system with tape, radio, and universal record player. I was not in that category already to have own records, but I was in fourth grade. But I love to hear this Kiss album, and I was shocked about this guy here with the blood, this Gene Simmons guy. And I was when I now see the record, and when I checked them out, I was like, I wanted to say when I googled them in 80 81, what is time, 79. I discovered it, and I was fascinated by the whole concept, and I love this album even today. This is such a beautiful live album. So this is the first album I wanted to present, which really influenced my life and which paved the way as a metalhead. Great album, great songs on it. Kiss Alive 2 would be my first album which influenced my life. It changed it in a way that it opened up the metal route, so to say. Next one would be Saxon, Strong Arm of the Law. I heard this one. This one I really heard as the first pressing, German pressing on my parents' record hi-fi system. And when I heard Heavy Metal Thunder, I knew that was it. I mean, the thunder and lightning, and then the guitar riffs of Saxon, the Strong Arm of the Law of Heavy Metal Thunder. I was blown away by the sound of that song, and I was blown away by the emotional captiveness of Dallas 1 p.m. when the shots ring out, when the radio player announced the death of John F. Kennedy. This is such an iconic album for me, Strong Arm of the Law, 20,000 Feet, so many great songs. But like I said, I was maybe 11, 1 year after 12, listening to Heavy Metal Thunder, and it blew me completely away. And I still love this album. I still love Saxon. Early Saxon has a huge place in my heart, like Wheels of Steel, like Strange, The Eagle Has Landed, Crusader, Power and the Glory, Denim and Leather. Even their debut album is fantastic. But this always will have a special place because this is the first I heard from Saxon. And when you listen to Heavy Metal Thunder, that is like 80s, something like that. 81, I think, is this album. 70, let me check. I think 80. Yeah, this is 1980. Hello, my dear. This is my niece Emmy. Ich mache einen Livestream, Emmy. And we are now public. Das sind ganz viele Leute, die zuhören. Und ich stelle Schallplatten vor, okay? So this is my little niece Emma. She just wanted to pop in and say hello. Say hello. Hallo? Hallo? So, kannst du mir ein Glas Wasser bringen? Das wäre super. So, the Saxon, this is really like something. The slime. Bring mal ein Glas Wasser. Yeah. She's playing with the slime. She finds the slime fascinating. So, this one, Saxon number 2, Strong Arm of the Law, big influence in my life, huge influence. Next one, I remember clearly when I was at a friend's house, and he told me I should listen to this album, and he put the album on the record player, and then I heard these guitars, and I could not believe what I was hearing. The Blackout from Scorpions. This is the Howie Weinberg pressing. It's for me the best one, American, the US pressing, Howie Weinberg mastering. This is such a very great German hard rock metal album. Blackout, Can't Live Without You. Danke, Emmy.
Moni hat Tee.
Thank you, das ist Tee. Danke. Mach gerade die Tür zu, du Liebe. Was von draußen? Moni von draußen. Weißt du, ich muss das so, weil ich komme sofort, kleine Emmy, gell? And this is such a... Yeah, she has a sleepover now. She sleeps over this night, so she always wants to come in and say hello. She's an angel. So Blackout is such a wonderful record. Very good production. The German sucks in comparison to the Howie Weinberg US pressing. This sounds phenomenal. Much more bottom end, much more power, much more presence, much more soundstage. And when you listen to Blackout, is bam, 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 bam. In the beginning, it's like, this is what I was looking for, the flying V of Schenker. It smashes in your face. So I will never forget this moment when I listened to the beginning of Blackout for the first time. It has such an impact, and I knew it. Okay, now my way of metal is cemented. This is such an iconic album for the German metalheads. The Hellenwein cover, fitting perfectly to the song Blackout. In the end of the song, the glass is breaking. This is, for me, one of the best German hard rock and metal albums. Of course, it went on. Interestingly enough, I listened to this album before I listened to Highway to Hell. Back in Black, I was blown away too when I listened to that. I did not know AC/DC very well. I know that their lead singer died, but I had no idea of the old Bon Scott era. And a friend of mine, he just brought me Back in Black. And I thought, wow, what a freaking album. And what a 10 out of 10 album. This is still my favorite AC/DC album. This is the Robert Ludwig original US pressing, mastered by Robert Ludwig. I think I sent it to you also, Ryan. So this is really something. 10 songs, 10 killer songs, beautiful production. I always use this album to check my cartridge when I set up my card or my amplifier. It has such a perfect metal and hard rock sound. And then I listened to Highway to Hell later on and the old stuff. So I'm a big fan of both eras. But Highway to Hell, of course, is a fantastic album for me. Back in Black always will stand out because this is like, when you are young. I saw them 84 in the Monsters of Rock in Karlsruhe High, and I saw them live with the cannon on stage, both two cannons shooting in the night air. It was beautiful, and I was taken. This is for me still one of the best hard rock albums of all time, no doubt about that. Production, songs. This has influenced my life even up to today. I listen regularly to Back in Black. Not many albums. This is like a beautiful cover with the embossed AC/DC. I love this version. I even prefer it to the Australian. I had the Australian first pressing, sold it, and get this one in a near mint condition as an exchange. This is really one of my favorite albums of all time. AC/DC Back in Black. It influenced me very much. Next one. I also know when I heard this the first time, this was then 84 in springtime. I went with my mother to the record store and I bought Kill 'Em All, and I freaked out when I heard Hit the Lights for the first time. This is the original Roadrunner pressing as I listened to it in 84. I got it in a near mint condition, beautiful pressing. The best pressing of this one is the EMV and the Megadot. There are two Megaforce silver label pressings. One is the first pressing, the Megaforce silver label first pressing, and then they brought out a different cut, a different mastering from Tom Coyne. It's called the EMW pressing in a dead wax. Both sound fantastic, but this is the most raw and the most energetic one, the Roadrunner Dutch pressing. I love it, and it's, for me, it has a very emotional value because this was the first pressing I heard of Kill 'Em All, and I will never forget it. Never in my life I will forget Hit the Lights and For Horseman. I knew it. My God, I'm now a metalhead, but I think for me, speed metal is the one which I aim for, and I knew speed and thrash metal will be my cup of tea, so to say. So Kill 'Em All opened that way and still is one of the best speed metal albums, thrash metal albums of all time. I have like a lot of copies of them, but like I said, the Megaforce, I just wanted to present the one I listened to first in 84, but the best one is the Megaforce EMW and the Megaforce first pressing. So this is such an iconic album, which you will never forget as long as you live. So then comes a non-metal album, one of my favorite non-metal bands from the United Kingdom, New Model Army, Thunder and Consolation. I finished high school in this year, 89. This is a beautiful first English pressing, first UK pressing. One of my favorite albums of all time. If you don't know New Model Army, Thunder and Consolation, Please try it on YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, Quobus, whatever. It is one of the best songwriting albums. This is such a great band. It combines the Irish melancholy, the folk, the little punk is there, rock is there, beautiful vocals. This is such a great album. You also should get the Ghost of Cain, the previous one. But this is for me, this is the non plus ultra from New Model Army. Even up today, I was running around. Hi, listen to it, Vinyl Piper, Chris. This is, if you like it, maybe you like it. It had nothing to do with metal, but it's such an energetic, pure rock experience with Irish melodies. There's one song with a violin, Vagabonds. Justin Sullivan, I met the guy in the Go Bang festival. Authentic guys and authentic music. I love New Model Army to bits. It's really one of my most favorite albums of all time. I'm so happy that I have this beautiful embossed, also this embossed UK first pressing. It sounds phenomenal. If you find one of those, get it. It's such a beautiful album. Green and Grey, maybe the best ballad I ever heard, non-metal wise. I Love the World. Stupid Questions. Very good. Very good. Yeah. But Ballad of Bodmin Pill. The extended version on Quobus has uh, white coats and the charge. Man, what an album. I love it. I love this to bits. Get it if you can. One of the best albums for my personal taste of all time. 89 was such an incredible year. I finished high school at that year and started then with a civil service in a handicapped center for handicapped people after high school. And 89 had so many great albums. This one was from 89. I have several here on that list, interestingly enough, from 89, because that year influenced me so much. Because when you finish school, a whole chapter, 9 years with your best friends is at an end. So I was kind of devastated. We had two bands going and wonderful friendships, and then boom, everything finished. So 89 will always have a very emotional part in my life. And so many, just Google records in 89 and you will freak out how many beautiful albums have been in 89. So this one is also from 89. This is a legendary album for me. I love it. I love Bad Religion. I have many albums of them, but this one, when I first heard this one, it's like, I don't think it's half an hour music on it. It's like 26, 27, 28 minutes. Purest, best melodic punk I ever heard. Still today, suffer for me if I want to hear melodic punk with this oohs and ahs. I mean, Bad Religion, I still get goosebumps when I listen to them and I talk about it. You Are the Government. I mean, such great songs. The next one is No Control, Against the Grain, Generator. So perfect, Stranger Than Fiction. But this one, when I first heard it, I had to hear it immediately again because it went into my head and it could not go out. The melodies are so catchy. The music, the guitar work is so metal, and the melodies are so perfect. This is for me maybe one of the most perfect melodic punk albums. Not hardcore, not like Chromax or like Crumbsuckers or these guys, but more melodic, surf punk, melodic, beautiful album. Suffer, Bad Religion. Man, what an impact. 89. So then another one which impacted me very much. This was 86. The 80s have been glorious. This is an iconic album for my life. Bad Brains, Eye Against Eye. I was fascinated with this mixture of reggae, punk, and even some metal tunes on that one. This is a perfect album. This is the original American first pressing. Bad Brains is incredible. Quickness is also good. Many albums from Bad Brains are fabulous, but this will always hold a special place because there are so many good songs on that album. If you've never heard that one, please try it out and check Eye Against Eye. I Can Help is my favorite Bad Brains song. Sacred Love. She's Calling You. Iconic. I get goosebumps thinking about Let Me Help, which is such a wonderful song. This is a very powerful album. A mixture of, punk, reggae, and hardcore, and also some nice metal riff is there. Yeah, cool Seb. Venom box set. I love Venom. Black metal. Welcome to hell. Fantastic. So the Bad Brains. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Next one, you will be shocked. Next one album which is very, very high in my life, in high regard in my life. Counting Crows, August and Everything After. This is the analog production. What a beautiful album. Every song has a deep place in my heart. Every song is wonderful. I love this album from start to finish. It has a huge place in my wife's heart and in my heart. This is such a, yeah, how can I say, the melancholy and the melodic fit in my heart. It's brutal how they did this one. This. When you read the lyrics, yeah, you have to do it. You have to listen to the album, listen to and read the lyrics, and know what about the vocalist and all the stories behind. This is also one of my most favorite non-metal albums of all time. Counting Crows, August and Everything After. I'm glad I could get the analog production. It has such a beautiful mastering. It sounds phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful album. It will always I will always play this because it has such an emotional value. Mr. Jones or Omaha. Let me check. There's so many great songs around here. Perfect Buildings, Anna Begins, Time, Rain King, Ghost Train, Raining in Baltimore. This one hit the nails for me very, very much. Beautiful album. Counting Crows. I'm sorry, August and Everything After. Then again, another one which I will never forget listening for the first time. I went with my friend on the motorbike to the record store, and we both had headphones on, and we both, which one, Ryan? Oh, Counting Crows. Counting Crows. Yeah, you can still find them. I heard that even the regular, even there are two versions. The analog production, 2 times 45 RPM, and then they put out another one also with on 45 RPM. They have both the same matrix. So when you get the cheaper one, the non-analog production, you get the same sound. So check Discogs for the 2 times 45. This is this double album to 45 RPM. They are identical. So this one is also an album I will never forget. Like I said, I went with my friend. I went to the record store. It was 96, 86. We had no cars at that time. We went by an old motorbike. It rained like hell. Good title. So it rained. We went there and we both had the headphones on. We told him, put on the record. We never heard this record before, and he put on Angel of Death, and I was just standing there in the record store with my mouth open. I was smashed. This is really, I could not believe such. Kill 'Em All was heavy, but this is one step further in heaviness, in brutality, in speed. These are 29 minutes of extraordinary music in speed metal, on the point, focused, precise, like surgeons cutting through your ears. This is, my God, this is when you look for this Rain in Blood, check the German pressing with the American matrix. You get the best vinyl and you get the best cut. I send it to you, Ryan. This is the best sounding Slayer Rain in Blood. I had the US original one. This vinyl is more quiet, so get the German ones. You have to check out for the extra. This is called an extra something pressing with the German vinyl, German pressing, but with the dead wax. In the dead wax is the American matrix. It's there. This will also be always an album in my life. I will never forget. It changed it in the direction. I don't like the Satan crap. I don't like this altar of sacrifice when they sing Hail Satan, but I ignore it. Usually I always skip that song because I don't want to hear the praise of Satan, but I can now ignore it. I know that Tom Araya is a cool, God-fearing, man of faith like myself, so he's doing it also just for fun. If it's fun, be that as it may, but I can ignore the Satan crap. But this one is such a brutal album from A to Z. My goodness, this is really heavy, heavy stuff. The next one, which is also very influential in my life, again, now comes two albums from '89. The beautiful The Cure, Disintegration. I never heard an album like this one where I heard that Robert Smith was working through a very hard depression, and you can hear this. This is such a brutal, sad, melancholic, triste, sad album, but I love it. Some chord in my heart is tuned to that one. Pictures of You, and and I prefer the single one. I like this much. I like this better than the double album. There is this what is it called? Plain Song, Pictures of You, Closed Song, Love Song, Lullaby, Prayers for Rain. It's hard to sit through. I cannot listen to the whole album in one rush. It's really heavy, emotional, but I love it. When I heard, see, he was okay. Thank you, Seb. I just heard that there was something. He was okay, and this is such an emotional, brutal album with melodies, very melancholic, very slow, doomy vibe is there, ominous vibe. But hey, such great songs on this album. I love it from start to finish. Also, it is a very special album. It's not an album I ever heard again in this category. Maybe Joy Division, but this is really something which you can hear on certain days when it does you good. So this is how I deal with that. It's a very brutal album. It goes very deep, and great songs on it. Great sound, also huge sound stage. When I heard this the first time, I was sitting on my couch and I was thinking that it's what a sound bath actually means, to be engulfed in a huge sound, and it really takes your heart, and it really does something with the heart, man. So this is really The Cure, Disintegration. I will always look upon that album as one who has a huge emotional impact, because it is so sad, and sometimes life is sad. So it's nice to fit them together, to sometimes go in this mood. It helps me very much. So next one is a German band. They are called Die Toten Hosen, the Dead Trousers. Originally, they have been a punk band. Nowadays, I don't want to say anything about them because they now bow to the system in a way a little bit. But at that time, they have been fighting the system like all the punks, until they get older. But this one is a great album. They used Kubrick's what is it called? Orange. Christ, what is the help me? What is the movie? Clockwork Orange. Clockwork Orange. Yes, they made an album with a concept album, and they used the story of Clockwork Orange to make Clockwork Orange. Yes, and they make an album out of that with German words, of course, but it's such a beautiful album. It has punk, it has rock, it has metal, it has ballads. This is maybe for me the greatest German punk rock album for me. Not that hard, but more melodic, and it's really wonderful. At that time, the lyrics were really critical and good. I love this album. It's a German, like Rammstein. They sing German, but if you like good music, check them out. Don't ignore the German, but listen to the music. It's fantastic. For punk, melodic punk, this is for me a milestone. At that time, it was also '89. We even at our high school party, we had a band and we covered the title track and we changed the lyrics to fit our high school finish. It was so beautiful. And this album came out '89, and I will never forget this one also because it has this very good songs on it, especially if you know German. And at that time they have been very critical. Their first 5 albums, four or 5 albums, are real German punk albums. Here they went a little bit more mainstream, and it opened up a huge way. Now in Germany they are huge, filling stadiums and Rock am Ring and stuff like that. So this is a great album. In my time at 89, this was melodic punk. I saw them twice, and it was just fabulous. But that is subjective, this is my experience. What a beautiful album. Now I show a very unknown album from a band from a town I grew up in. I grew up in this town where this band originated. This is called The Bee Call. The album is called Damned to Consume. It's a mixture between The Mission, Sisters of Mercy, New Model Army, and punk, So also this wave punk, gothic style, and it's hard to get, but you find it maybe on Discogs, maybe on YouTube, but this is a phenomenal album. It was also in 89, I think, when it came out. Yeah, 86, no, 88, 89. And I will never forget them. Seeing them live was a fabulous experience. The bass player is such an extraordinary bass player. It is a music which has nothing to do with metal and nothing to do with punk per se, but it mixes all these genres, like, Sisters of Mercy, Cure, Mission, New Model Army, Clash is there also, I can hear. And they made a nice mixture of this, and it's sensational for me at that time. I still have this album. It's not easy. It's like 10, 15 euros. And it's a beautiful rock music album for those guys who love those bands I just mentioned. Really great. The Bee Call, Damned to Consume. Fabulous album. Great band. You can see a little bit Sam Hain, a little bit Misfits. Next one, again, a German band. There was in the 80s in Germany, there was a wave of music. It's called the New German Wave, Neue Deutsche Welle, where the people sang German. There was Falco, there was Nena, 99 Red Balloons, Trio, Da Da Da, I Love You Not. So this was a huge wave in Germany, and this band is called Extrabreit. This means extra large, but Breit means deeply stoned. So if you are extra bright, it means you are extra stoned. And the album is called Ihre Größten Erfolge, their greatest songs. So self-irony, very cool. And this is such a beautiful German punk album. For me, this is with here comes the Toten Hosen, here comes Alex. This is for me the best German punk album for me in my lifetime. And the second place would be the Toten Hosen. This is such a great album. Yeah, Trio, very cool punk band from Germany. This is even better, Sepp. This is great musicians play fun punk with super cool lyrics. There was this Hurra, Hurra, die Schule brennt, which means hooray, hooray, the school is burning. So very cool lyrics and fascinating. Yeah, this is extraordinary punk metal. A little bit metal is also there because the guitar player was a metalhead, Stefan Kleinkrieg. Beautiful album. If you find this one for 5-6 euros, grab it. You will never ever, even if you have to pay 15 euros for shipping to the US, get it. It's so cool. It's really a fantastic album. It really influenced me so much. I love to hear it these days because it has also a phenomenal sound. I heard they played most of it live. And they have been very famous in Germany. Very famous. Last but not least, in my list, I just picked 15. I could pick 500. Last but not least, which has impacted me a lot, is this beautiful half live, half studio album, Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. This was on permanent rotation on my record player when it came out. I heard it like 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. Their greatest hits in their greatest performance on one vinyl. Fabulous. Exciter, Sinner, Victim of Changes, Ripper, Green Man Alishi. I mean, every song on this album, Exciter, Running Wild, Sinner, Ripper, The Green Man Alishi, Diamonds and Rust, Victim of Changes, Genocide, and Tyrant. I mean, enough said. Only killer songs performed at its best much better than the studio versions. So this is for me the best metal, with Life After Death from Iron Maiden, the best live metal album, if you can call it really 100% live. This would be my last pick for today, for the 15 most beautiful album that changed my life, that influenced my life, and their best pressings. So Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East, phenomenal live album. If you don't have it, it's high time that you get it, because it's such a beautiful album. Really good. This is the original Dutch pressing. I snagged it, but honestly speaking, I have the Japanese over in the record in my collection. The Japanese pressing is better. It has more bottom end. It has more volume in the sound, more of everything, more meat on the bones. This would be my last pick. This is Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. So yeah, I didn't have any Led Zeppelin albums. Sure, I should also say I may have put the Led Zeppelin debut album. It should be there. Stones should be there. Beatles should be there. But I specifically chose the albums which had a huge emotional impact on me during my life. And of course, there could have been much more. I know Beatles, Stones, Zeppelin, Motorhead, Iron Maiden. I didn't put any Maiden album now in this. Of course, I should have put, but those I mentioned now, they influenced me and impacted me more than the ones I did not put in. So forgive me, I should have put in the Misfits, Walk Among Us, I know. But yeah, Ryan, definitely. I am 100% sure you will like New Model Army. 100% sure. I know you now. I know your taste. You're very open-minded. So a New Model Army is really fantastic. And the German bands I mentioned, the Toten Hosen and Extrabreit, you will also like. So one more time I will go through. So first one, Kiss Alive 2. Second one, Saxon, Strong Arm of the Law. Scorpions, Blackout. Oh, the pressings. Original US pressing, French original pressing is the best for me. This is Scorpions, Blackout, Howie Weinberg mastering, fantastic. This one is the AC/DC Robert Ludwig US first pressing. Then we have the Metallica. The best pressing would be the first pressing Megaforce, or the next pressing Megaforce EMW. This is the original Roadrunner, because this was the one I listened to first. This one, New Model Army, Ryan, try to stream it and check it out. It's beautiful. One of my favorite albums. This is the UK first pressing. This one, Bad Religion, Suffer original, American Epitaph first pressing. Phenomenal punk, melodic punk band. Bad Brains, Eye Against Eye, original US pressing, always. The white pressing is not as good. Counting Crows, Analog Production, or the other one which uses the same stampers like the Analog Production. You can find it on Discogs. Maybe I will put the link. Oh no, they don't allow. So you can find it. Counting Crows, Argus and Everything, Analog Productions. Then here, Slayer, Rain in Blood, German pressing with American stampers. Beautiful. I think it's also Howie Weinberg master disc. Phenomenal. And then here, Cure, Disintegration. This is the European first press. Also another album from Cure which has a huge impact. Two albums from Cure had a huge impact. Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, and The Wish. Wish is also a very beautiful album, very expensive nowadays. I found it in the cellar of my parents in a near mint condition, so I still have it. This is great. Cure, Disintegration. Then this one is the German punk band Die Toten Hosen. Ein kleines bisschen Horrorshow, a little bit of Horrorshow. Wonderful. Beethoven. Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. There are so many great songs. I mean, there are my favorite Cure songs on that album. I love Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Beautiful. This is The Bee Call. Hard to find. But if you find it, give it a try. Beautiful mixture of The Mission, Sisters of Mercy, New Model Army, and a little punk inside. Beautiful. And this one is Extrabreit, German album. in our Discord channel. Who is it called? Winston, Dr. Winston Boogie. He immediately, I sent him the link on YouTube, and he immediately bought it on Discogs. This is really cool German punk, fantastic. And last but not least, Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. You should take the Japanese pressing. So that would be, yeah, Any Cure is good. That's right. So that would be my 15 albums that changed / impacted / influenced my life, and they're best, after my opinion, according to my opinion, subjectively, the best pressings. Yeah, Any Cure is fabulous. I understand. I have quite a few of them also here. I love the Cure. I'm not only a metalhead. I have a lot of Cure albums. These are the older things. Head of the Door. Standing at, what is it called? Boys Don't Cry, of course. Then yeah, there are so many. I am not so firm now with the titles because I should listen to them more. But they are great stuff. Cure is a great band. Fantastic. So thank you so much for your attention, for your listening. I hope I could inspire for some of them. Faith, 17 Seconds, Pornography, yeah, the top. 17 Seconds is also really cool. All Killers, yeah. I agree. I have them all here. The top is a little, you have to get into it. It's a little strange, but Pornography is also very emotional. My God, hard to digest. Yeah. The Forest, what a great song, The Forest, man. I think that's on 17 Seconds. Yeah, have a nice evening, you too. I just say good night now to little Emma. She's going to sleep now. There is a lot of noise upstairs. I think they make a new they will do some, what is it called in the bedroom, a new cave maybe, and then they always build, my wife and they always build some dungeons where they can cuddle and hide. So thank you so much, dogs. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for listening, and bye bye. See you. Peace. Always fun. Thank you. That is the point, the world is a very strange place, so we need some fun, and we need some good music to elevate our consciousness, at least materially. But some music is also very spiritual, in my humble opinion. So music helps very much in this life, in this world. I mean, look around you, how much, how fast the world is turning, and how crazy. When I'm a school teacher, man, and I see it every day, how nuts, everything has become, and how careful you have to be with your opinion, especially now in Germany. You have to be really careful about what you say and to whom. But when I watch and observe around me, I have to shake my head all day. Not only banging to metal, but when I look outside, I see it's not normal anymore. So we have to have good association is important, good people, not competitive people who know everything better. So therefore I said, if someone wants to join, come up and we talk together. Yes, that's my point, Ryan. There are still a lot of good people. That is, otherwise I would not be in Germany. I would go to a different place. Maybe we will. You're right. There are still a lot of good people, and we should treasure these moments when we are together with those people. You can see how fast it goes, how fragile life is. When I think about Dave now. You always talk about not wanting to show off, which I don't think you're showing off. I'm a show off guy, man. I admit, but you have to show something, You have to have the pleasure of showing something. But my point is not to show my collection, but to inspire people to go for those albums which sound best. But of course, everyone likes to show off now and then, if we are all honest. And it's not because to talk about. I pretty much just show my. Yeah, but you have if we would compare our record collection, Chris, I mean, I will suck camel schlongs. I will suck, man. Your collection is so much better than my collection. What I saw, what you got on Instagram, I mean, wow, I bow my head, man. I say chapeau to your collection. I only have a few good albums, a few nice pressings, but what I see, what you have, man, I'm just a, I'm just a teacher. I cannot spend a fuck ton on records, a fuck ton of euros on records. I have to be careful. I have to compromise, but I pick some raisins here and there. I'm also very irresponsible with money. Don't don't I know it? But we have to walk the tightrope, right? Is it called tightrope? We have to walk the tightrope, not to slip, because it can. The material world. It is said in the scriptures of the East. In the Vedic, I'm a devotee of Krishna. You know, I went to India many times. So in the Vedic scriptures, it said that material life is like walking on a razor blade. You know, and one step you cut yourself open. So you have to be really, really careful. We have to really be careful how to navigate. Yeah, I have 9 versions of Paranoid. It's quite a lot. I have like 5 Kilomols, 5 Ride the Lightnings, 4 Masters of Puppets, 6 Led Zeppelin debuts. I think 4, 5 Paranoids. That's okay. It's okay. Ooh, yeah. I try to hide them a little bit from my wife, that she doesn't see this. I mean, she said one time, how many Kilomols do you need? There's not a real good answer to that for the out people, for those who are not vinyl addicted people. So I said, yeah, this is blah blah blah. How can you justify having five versions of Kill 'Em All, two first pressings of the Megaforce? I cannot justify this, you know. No, no, no. I cannot tell the details of how much is one record, how much, but it helps that you can. We can also trade records, you know. We can sell records. So I'm not going bankrupt, because I always know Ryan and John and all my the friends and on our Discord channel. I know that I'm not making any big profit. Um, yeah, I'm not making any big profit on records. Ryan, you know that, and you guys, you know it. But a little bit must be there. Maybe a little percentage of the price goes in my pocket, but not like so not like many record stores I know, which really demand incredible prices, you know. So we deal with each other and we help each other, and that is a spirit, that we give good records to good people, and we don't give crap for huge money. I went to a record store and they had one record there, I think Pearl Jam 10, I think, for I don't know how many, 120, 130 euros. I would have never bought this album. It's not even VG Plus, you know. No, no, I'm not getting rich. I'm not getting rich, of course, that's for sure. You know, my prices are really reasonable. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, yeah. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, you have to get the US first pressing, man. Or you have to get the Chris Bellman reissue on Rhino. But the US press here on Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, there is not country of original. There is the UK sounds nice, the German first pressing sounds nice, but the US first pressing kills it. Yeah. It kills it, you know. But it's good. Your hand me downs. Yeah, yeah. You know, even sometimes. So I give sometimes my hand downs. Yes, that's right. When I upgrade to another one, sometimes my hand downs are in good hands. That's right. But these are the small percentage of the records I produce or give out. So most of them I find in record stores, and some are the ones I give away because I found another version or a better version. But still, the ones I made for me a promise: I will never sell an album I would never buy myself. So I will never give away any album which I would never buy myself. So if I give you an album, Ryan, I bought it. If you get one from my own collection, I bought it and I liked it, but I found a better one. But I would never give some away which I cannot stand behind, or which I think, oh man, I make some good money now from Ryan and from someone else, and I cheat them like some do on Discogs. I just, interestingly enough, I just saw on Discogs a Kill 'Em All Roadrunner pressing, beautiful Roadrunner pressing, the first pressing, and the guy is saying it looks unplayed, and he classifies it as a mint. It is from 84, so I wrote him a message for 139 euros. So I wrote a message to him on Discogs and I asked him, can you show me some photos? I hardly can believe that any Kill 'Em All from 84, 83 is mint and looks unplayed. Can I have some photos? Very humble and very friendly, I asked. No reply. And I think I know why, because there are also counterfeits. There are counterfeits out there, which look exactly like the Roadrunner, but which have very, you can find, if you know your game, you know this is a distinctive difference. So I'm nearly 100% sure that these guys try to sell the counterfeits, because why would he not send me any photos? Interesting. So I would have bought it if it's unplayed for 139 euros, an unplayed Kill 'Em All Roadrunner Dutch pressing, easy. But I want to see the photos because I cannot believe that it's unplayed. Any idiot who never played Kill 'Em All and who bought it, I don't believe that. Have you ever seen the US version of the Temple of the Dog? Is a great album, but not an album I want to buy, Chris. It's not my kind of music, this grunge, sleaze, Seattle thing. I can listen to some Pearl Jam and some Alice in Chains, but yeah, I had it in my hands, the Temple of the Dog, the first US pressing for 150 euros in a record store in Heidelberg, but it's not 150 euros. It's not worth for me. So some people love it, and often I know that it's a very searched for album, but I skipped it. I also had the guy also had this television Mikey Moon UK first pressing for some money. Those are not albums I seek and I look for. Those are albums many people love, but I spent my money on different. Yeah, if I see it again, I will remember. I think it was 160 or 170 euros. I just found the Alice in Chains first pressing, first European pressing, which is hard to find. And then sometimes you find these grails, but sometimes it doesn't interest me. So now I know. You can always send me on Discord what would you like, or when I see something, no problem. But Temple of the Dog is not something I would immediately buy for myself and give it away. But now I know, and then I can click in my head and I remember. Certainly a great band, but this grunge stuff was not so. Like I said, Alice in Chains, and some of them is nice. Soundgarden, some of them I can listen to, but not all. Some is not hitting my soul. It's not fine tuned to my soul. I cannot express well. It's not touching me. So have a wonderful time, everyone. Peace. See you soon. Goodbye.